Dose. Dose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means number 2.
We're talking about mine now?
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Past exes, by the way.
Past exes. I dated this one guy. I was 13 when I first started dating him. It was one of those on again, off again things, and it was more of a secretive relationship because I didn't want to date people from my hometown. And, do you know who I'm talking about? Yeah, I drive by his house and flick him off all the time. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
No, I do not. Oh.
Alright, anyway. This guy was the biggest jackass I ever met in my life.
Do I know who you're talking about?
Oh, yeah, I slammed his head in the steering wheel.
Okay,
oh, yeah.
yes.
Yes.
He spit on me.
Way to go! Anyway. It was, I don't know, I think like when you're young and you date someone that you're intrigued with. Someone that's interesting. And you don't date them as the aspect of like you can see yourself with them. You date them
rest
because
of your life. It's
entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
And that is strictly what this guy was. And it was like controlling but fun. And it was chaotic but calm. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Like, I mean, we just, I don't know. We
Yeah.
were definitely, like, better friends. We should have stayed friends. That was a complete given. And some things went down that shouldn't have gone down, and I gotta live with that mistake for the rest of my life.
She killed him.
I did not kill him. He is still very much alive, and I will find him one day. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We're looking for you.
I'm just kidding. We're not that crazy, I don't think. Okay, well, I'm not that crazy.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I mean, if I could turn back time, I definitely probably would not have dated him. But at the same time, if I didn't date him, I wouldn't know what I know now.
That, you know, yeah, I think that's, you know, how relationships are supposed to be, though. Because, like, if you don't get anything out of the relationship, then it was a mistake from the get-go. You know, you need... You go into a relationship trying, not exactly trying to figure out if you want to be with this person for the rest of your life, but you're also, at the same time, it's kind of like trying to figure out who you are and how you can live with somebody else and deal with somebody else. And if
but it's like you also got to do like trial and errors. Like you got to date certain guys to figure out what it is you're looking for.
Exactly.
And he was exactly what I was not looking for. He was hot. Don't get me wrong. He was hot back in the day. He's not so hot no more.
Okay.
But he used to be really hot. That's why I dated him, because he had a really nice body. I have a thing for the V's. You know, like below the six-pack, the V's that, yeah. If you got a V, like, oh my god, that's my weak spot.
Now she's making love to the camera. Okay, well, I have another boyfriend. Well, I had another boyfriend. We technically only dated for like 2 days. You know, but we were sort of friends, you know, before. We didn't really hang out all the time before we started dating. But, you know, to this day, we're still really good friends, and I still talk to him, you know, every once in a great while. And we always have a blast. Like, it's just nice knowing that, you know, even though it didn't work out with us, because, you know, it only lasted 2 days. I mean, what kind of relationship is that?
I'm trying to figure out who the hell you're talking about.
Anyways. Only because it lasted for... I was in high school.
Oh!
You know... But it's like those kind of I like those kind of relationships where, like, even if it doesn't work out and you notice, you know, you realize that you can't be together, at least, you know, what's good about it is, you know, you can still be friends. And that's what I like.
There are very few exes that I can still be friends with.
I try to be friends with a lot of mine.
You know, like, I mean, I tried...
They were a part of my life. Like,
I tried so... Because, like, I mean, okay, like, every guy that I dated, I was really good friends with beforehand. But I try to be their friends afterwards, and it's not the same because it's just awkward because they keep bringing up the past, and some of them get too attached, and they're like, what if? And, you know, the what if, I hate the what if questions. Like, what if I did this, would things have ended differently?
Like, what if you don't talk about it?
How about that? And we just be friends?
Yeah.
But I had another boyfriend that I dated, and I dated strictly because I was, not gonna lie, I was blitzed out of my mind the entire time. And I was drunk a lot. I dated him for convenience. And that's when this girl came into my life a lot. Yeah. but we were really good friends beforehand. It's another situation, you know. Like I tried to be his friend afterwards, and it just never worked out. Mainly because he had some crazy girlfriends that got in the mix and didn't like me, and whatever. Girls don't like me, but I tried to be his friend multiple times, and it can never work out.
Yeah, I mean sometimes that's how it is though, because you know that's when you realize you're two separate, like totally opposite kind of people, and that's why you're not together, and that's.
But what gets me is that like you were such good friends beforehand too, you know? Like if you were good friends before you dated a guy, you should be able to pick up where the friendship left off after you dated. Because as long as nothing extravagant happened in the relationship, which nothing did in this sense with this guy.
Yeah.
You know, the only extravagant thing that happened was a lot of drugs. And a lot of drinking. And there,
Yeah.
you know, so afterwards, you know, you should be like, you know what, we had a good time, but let's just be friends. And no matter who tried what, it couldn't work out.
I had a boyfriend where I was drunk the whole relationship. Quite recently, actually.
Oh, God.
This guy, I had a fling thing with him back when I was like 13, and I didn't talk to him for like 10 years, and finally ran into him randomly one day. And it's like we just started hanging out, and it was amazing. But the guy also had a baby mama.
Baby mamas are never good.
I mean, I'm a baby mama. I'm not gonna lie. I was a crazy baby mama.
Girl, you still are.
No, I let it go.
There's still a part of you that hangs on to it though.
No, I'm straight with it. I'm all good with it. He's, you know, just whatever. But this girl, she was so crazy, and it made me realize how bad I was to my baby daddy. And I was blown out of the water, and actually ran into my daughter's father one day, and I looked at him, and actually, my boyfriend's baby mom ended up calling me when I was hanging out with my daughter's father. And I looked at him, and he goes, she's not even close to being as crazy as you. And I said, I am so sorry for everything I ever put you through, because this is just ridiculous. Long story short, the guy didn't last very long. He had other motives in mind. Another crazy guy that wanted to marry me.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Like real quick.
Like, yeah.
I don't know, like, I mean, I was a crazy baby mama for a while. I was pretty psycho. I was basically looking at every way to destroy my child in me, this guy's life. I wanted to destroy him in every way possible. And coming from her perspective, you know, she saw what I was doing, and she's like the only one that can actually talk sense into me, because all my other friends are like, girl, you can destroy a life in a heartbeat. Do it up. You can wreck this guy. You can ruin him. You can... You know, and naturally when you got your friends egging him on, you know, I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do this. Let's take him to court. Let's do this. Let's take his world away from him. But she was a crazy baby mama. And
I said, why even bother? It's not even worth it.
It's not worth it. It's really not. You know, if they don't want to be in the life, then you can't force them. You can't force, you know.
I mean, you know, you already ruined his life. You know, he cries to sleep every night.
I hope he does, in all honesty.
You wrecked his world. I mean, just... leave it there. I mean,
right now, the situation is that when I have this child's going to come out knowing that mommy was always there, and daddy wasn't there because daddy was overseas, and his biological father walked out. I won't hold anything back. I'm going to tell this kid that, you know, yeah, I was psycho. Yeah, I went crazy and tried to control every move this kid made, but at the same aspect, he did the same thing to me. And it wasn't fair for either of us to do that. And it'd be nice, you know, if we could just talk it out like adults. Like, that's what I really want. I want to just figure everything out, get things straight, because I don't want to go through a pregnancy by myself, basically. I think it's important for the dad to be there to feel the first kicks and, you know, be at the ultrasound appointments, and now I'm relying on my friends to be there with me. And it sucks, but he chose this, not me.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah.
But I had this other boyfriend. Let me tell you about this other boyfriend I had. He was awesome. He was an awesome guy to date. He never actually asked me out. He told me we were dating.
I had a couple of those too.
Yeah, I was on the phone with him. It was actually like a few days before Christmas, December 21st, actually, 2007. I was at my mom's apartment. He was on the phone with me, and he goes, so what's up? You gonna be my girlfriend or what? And I was like, I don't know, am I? And he goes, yeah, you are. You're my girlfriend. I was like, am I? And then my mom yelled at me and was like, Shayna, be nice to the poor kid. He's trying to flirt with you, so. Oh, God. I don't know who you are. Sorry about
is
that.
this the same guy you're talking about? I mean, is this the guy you married?
Is this the guy I married?
What a lucky guy.
He's a very lucky guy.
Mm-hmm.
But we dated, and when we dated, it was awesome because it was like dating my best friend. You know? No, I'm not dating you, but I'm just saying.
No, that's not. No. Never mind. Keep going.
It was like dating my best friend, and then with a lot of sex involved. And then one day we were driving the truck, and he said, I'm going to marry you one day. And I said, when? And he said, next Friday. So I said, okay. Next Friday came around, and I got married. And then a week later, I found out I was pregnant. And then I had a baby, and now he's gone. But it's cool.
We love you, Joe.
I love you, baby. Mwah.
I think another really significant boyfriend that I've had, he started off as a rebound. It's sad but true, but he ended up being a significant part of my life. He helped me through some of the worst times that I had because I was having such a hard time dealing with not being with this one guy. And, he was there for me. And that was amazing. He's still one of my friends. We've tried to date, like we dated once and we tried to date again like a year later, 2 years later, something like that. And, we still talk to this day. We still, like, he still has feelings for me. I sort of still have feelings for him. But, that's, as much as it's going to be is we're just going to be friends. We're just going to hang out. He cares about me and my daughter. I care about him and his son. And, I just think...
His son. Who are you talking about?
Anyways.
Oh, there's just something about a convict.
Again, I felt it was wrong. Yeah, it's just, it was kind of weird because, he started off as a rebound. That's all he was. And it just, a friendship grew out of that. Like, I think that's what I look for mainly in a relationship is, if I can start off as friends with these people, if I can get along with them, then, it will, work out.
Are we going to need a part 3?
No.
I think we're going to need a part 3.
We're not doing a part 3. How many more boyfriends do you have? Okay, there's a few.
This is Shayna we're talking about.
Yeah. But I miss the guy because he's not really around right now.
Maybe we won't do a part 3. Because I'm going to blurb some secrets. Anyway.
Want to blurb secrets?
You want to do a secret blog? Let's do a secrets blog. We'll blurb people's secrets and we won't tell anyone who they are. Let's do it. Secret blog.
Okay.
Until next week, YouTube, look for the secret blog because it's coming up next.
Goodbye.